Welcome to This One Last podcast. Thank you for joining us today. I am Ryan, be online. Today we've got P. Breezy.
Hello.
D. Easy Summer Sausage.
How's it going, folks? I thought it was going to be good today. I'm going to be good.
Okay, so today we've got a special episode, Breakfast in Tulsa.
Yeah.
So, D, this is mostly your baby.
Bruh, guess what month it is?
February.
Now listen. We are late for a reason on this. We on CPT time here at the This Won't Last podcast. Today, in honor of Black History Month, we're going to find out how black Paul and Ryan is.
Not very.
In a game
Spoilers.
called How Black Are You? Yay!
That queued up nicely. Where's our soundboard?
I don't know, D, where is it?
One day.
It's on CPT time.
I mean, if we're on CPT, I think we're actually early.
Facts. So we have 3 questions for the 2 guys to answer, and according to how they answer them, they're going to get a point if they answer it black enough, and they're going to get a negative point if they don't answer it black enough. At the end of the day, if you answer the questions right and you get 3 points because it's 3 questions, you get 3 points off your credit score. How is that racist?
Only 3 points?
I don't know. I'm a rarity. I'm a unicorn. I'm a white guy that doesn't really have any credit whatsoever.
Oh, so you should do good. All right, so the first question, in honoring of Black History Month, black people, we are very suspicious when it comes down to all things. We love a good conspiracy. So the question for you guys, for 1 point, what's more scarier, the sea or in space?
The deep sea or the deep space?
Yeah, go. Ryan?
Well, I mean, both have some pretty awful things about them. The sea is vastly uncharted, crushing pressures, insane monsters, and undiscovered creatures living underneath. One of the only places left on the earth that's not explored is under the ocean, basically because you can't send anybody down there. So it is a very terrifying thing. But if I'm being 100% honest, I'm going to go with deep space because regardless of what is or isn't out there, I know what is out there 100%, an unfathomable amount of nothing. Like the concept of being like in a space station and getting ejected, kind of like gravity or that, and just floating for eternity,
That's what it
terrifies the shit out of me because I could not possibly sit there just with my own thoughts and bodily functions, waiting to die. Like that would be the most terrifying thing in the world to me.
You'll be like, what D is doing right now? It's killing me.
Probably not dying in space. And even beyond that, like even if you go into the fantastical aspects of it, you think about the possibility of alien life and things like that. You also got meteors that are traveling at hundreds of thousands of miles per hour that could just obliterate you in a fraction of a second. The sheer exposure to the vacuum of space can kill you in seconds to a minute. I think they say like your best bet is like 3 minutes tops, and you probably would have so much damage to your body that you wouldn't have a quality of life after that. And then the last thing that really scares the shit out of me about deep space is gamma bursts. Basically, it's just a form of energy that is so unstoppable that it basically, and I was watching a thing on Because Science the other day, and it was talking about what would happen if the sun went supernova. Just the gamma burst from the sun would emit before it actually explodes or implodes would be enough to destroy the entire solar system, like at least all life. Like you could not hide behind a planet, much less be fully exposed to it. Now the odds of getting hit by it are fairly low, but at the same time, you could be obliterated in an instant. So that I'm going to have to go with deep space on that one.
Interesting. We'll grade it later. Paul?
I'll agree now. I'll agree now. That was the whitest answer.
Go ahead.
I told you. Spoilers.
This nigga started talking about Gamma.
What was the question again?
What's more scarier, deep space or deep ocean?
I mean, I don't want to be
come
profiling here.
You want to see how black you are, so you got to come from a black mindset.
Yeah, no. I mean, this is just true talk. I can't swim, so I'm not going in the ocean. Like, I don't want to drown. That shit sounds painful as hell.
Yeah.
I'm going to space because fuck it, why not?
You're scared more of space, or you would rather?
I'm more afraid of the ocean.
Okay, there you go.
I
I
think you
think
can just get crushed in the ocean. I ain't fucking with that.
I kind of want to give you a point, but I think I'm gonna give you a half a point. Black people are afraid of swimming. You know, we only gonna go to our ankles.
Yep.
That's true. So we're not going into the water. But it ain't just about not swimming. I don't want to go where my ancestors went.
The ones who
They thought freedom was better.
freedom was better. By the way, I have to get a picture of my shirt.
Perfect. So Ryan, your answer was like very long, and you get a negative 3 points for that.
Yep, I figured.
This dude started talking about gamma and radiation and all that, blowing up the sun. We ain't doing all that.
I just watched, like I said, the thing the other day, and it's totally completely in my mind of it now.
The craziest thing about the whole answer when he was answering, his face had pure fear.
It's terrifying, dude. I went and saw what did I see? I went and saw a movie that was in IMAX 3D, and the thing before it was a thing for they did the in space. Like they took the camera, 3D IMAX camera, up into space and shot it, and even just like that with the depth, the illusion of depth is like, this is terrifying because like it's frightening to see nothing for hundreds of thousands of miles. Like,
so Paul is up right now with a positive half a point, while Ryan is at a negative 3. But we got more time to catch up.
Yep.
Actually, I can only give you a negative 1 because we only won 1 point.
All right.
But if I could have given a negative 3, you would have got it.
I mean, it's your game. You do whatever you want.
Alrighty, let's brighten it up. Let's get out of this whole crazy gamma radiation. The whole time you were talking about gamma radiation, I was like, I can become the Hulk. You talking about something that's gonna kill me?
Yeah. What gamma radiation really is not exciting. Well, it's exciting, but not for the wrong reasons.
All right, let's lighten this up right here. The best R&B/soul singer
Of all time.
of all time. Paul, go.
Ooh.
Think black, man.
I'll keep it 100 here. 3 names come to mind. The 3 of them have no connections at all, so I'll be honest about it. Starting from most recently, I'll take the L if I have to on this one. Usher.
Okay, I ain't mad at that.
I got it bad.
That's a great soul song right there. Fam.
His first 3 albums were solid.
Fam.
The Queen, Mary J.
Nice.
That's solid. I mean,
Nice.
my only thing with those 2 is that I think that because they're a lot of influence with hip hop and modern R&B, so it gets hindered a little bit. If I'm looking for just pure classic, Al Green.
Get out of here. Well, you answer that like a black auntie. Well, that's a whole point right there. You just got yourself a whole point, Ryan.
All right, so I'm not exactly the biggest expert on soul singers. It's more your category, anyways. No, it's not a racial thing. It's just D is very much a soul influenced musician.
Oh yeah.
As you can probably hear from our intro, which was produced and arranged by him.
Oh yeah.
My pick for best all time, a lot of good mentions. Curtis Mayfield,
Ooh.
Sam Cooke, Stevie Wonder.
Oh.
But I'm gonna pick, honestly, probably just for one album, Marvin Gaye. Just for what's going on. That song itself, but also Inner City Blues, when I first heard that song, it was actually I actually heard the Seven Dust version of it. Seven Dust is a metal band that's fronted by a
I'm gonna give you a whole point. I'm gonna give you a whole point. He said a song that wasn't a well-known song by the man, which is a really good song.
Listen. You know what? To play devil's advocate, even though he's my opponent, it introduced him, but he still stuck around for it.
That's true.
Yep.
That's true.
But that song, that version of it was cool. I like it. I'm a metal guy. I like to listen to it. But then I heard the original version. And the original version is amazing. It's just like, and it's about just struggle. Nice. And if you can't relate to that, then you white. No.
I'm going to give you a whole point.
All right.
But I wish I could have gave him more points, because just like in the Black Person, we never going to pick just one soul singer. That ain't going to never happen.
Yep.
But I'm going to give you a full point, because that was a very good answer.
Thank you.
So it's back to 1 and then 1.5. Paul is up 1.5.
Yep.
All right, last question. This is worth 3 points for the win. For the win. Best stand-up comedian and special for extra points. It don't have to be from the special. Don't have to be from the same artist, but it can be. Paul, me and Ryan go.
Okay. Best stand-up comedian and best stand-up is going to be the same comedian, in my opinion. Dave Chappelle, Killing Them Softly. I like Chappelle because of his style. First thing, you're just sitting there having a conversation with him. Is basically his style.
Yeah.
He's just speaking his mind, and it's so good.
Best joke off of that stand-up.
I don't know if I can pick one.
Just pick one.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a point anyway.
All right. I'm trying to look one up that I can actually repeat it.
Hey baby.
Hey baby, oh yeah.
That's everybody's go-to. Well, there's two. The other one is
I got kids.
Bring some crack on.
My God, Johnson.
I'm gonna give you 3 points. That is a solid answer, and that's a solid, actually 2 solid answers. Cause that stand-up Killing Me Softly, it was his best. It was his best, and it's old school, so they let you know you dug in and you knew.
I like some of his the new Netflix ones. They're very good.
Very good.
But that one was fantastic.
Very good. And I don't think that any black people personally get mad at you for saying that. Mr. Breeze, so you got 4 points, right? No, you got 3 points.
I got 3 points.
3 points on
As
the line.
long as he doesn't drop the ball.
this is probably where I was dropping. Until the Netflix specials. Fuck, man. Oh man.
I already know where you're going.
No. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean, before the Netflix specials, look at it, just pure stand-up. Like,
You gotta tell me the joke too. The best joke. I know you're going. It's gonna be hard to pick which album.
I'm gonna pick Chappelle also.
Oh, I thought you were gonna rock.
Well, I'm going with Chappelle, but before the Netflix specials, because he only had like 2 before then.
Yeah.
And one of them was Block Party.
No, it was 3. He also had what for what it's worth to think.
Yeah. That's right. It was always kind of a toss-up for me between Rock and Martin. Cause Run Tell That was hit me at the perfect age.
Bruh. Run Tell That, bruh. That was fire.
And bigger or blacker, like just like I didn't need to know. I need to know everything to be able to relate to it. But yeah, I'd probably go still Chappelle. Just he's been around a long time, but it's been very spotty. He hasn't been like consistent like a lot of dudes were. I mean, even like Martin's been quiet for the last 5-10 years, anyways. But yeah, I'd probably go Chappelle. Best special. I want to pick one, but I feel like it's cheating because it's like a best of compilation.
Okay.
Like Kings of Comedy is the easy answer. but it's too many people on there for it to really count.
I don't know, nah.
Because it's more of a festival than it is like a special.
Okay, then pick one of the sets.
Oh man,
bro, I wanted to take points from you so
dude,
bad,
all
but then
three
when you
killed
said,
it. Dude, all three. Oh, it came in like this. Like Harvey's solid, but man, Seti killed it. DL and they're all and Bernie and like all three different styles. So it's like, I mean, like Bernie kills you, and then like DL brings you in. Oh man,
I think Bernie had the best set, but I think the best joke on there was Cedric the Entertainer when he said black people run at anything. Like, he's like, so, but you see somebody, hey, what we running for? Why are we running? Get Keisha them.
even just small stuff where he's sitting on the show, you just get this car ready. Adjust the mirror. Takes him like 10 minutes to start his car going.
Sorry, bro, I gotta give him 3 points. I try my best to make it even, but it just.
Listen, I'm not shocked by the outcome.
Round 1. The blackest person is Paul.
There we go.
Next time, but don't talk about Gamma.
Gamma now?
I just gotta be me. And I am a fucking nerd, so.
Yeah, so speaking of nerds, y'all remember Tulsa?
Why are you staring at me?
It's because you have glasses.
And they're black.
He's a blurred.
Score.
Speaking of nerds in Tulsa, do you remember when they bombed Tulsa? No? If you watched the Watchmen, you did. Bruh, I finally got a chance to watch Watchmen. The series on HBO.
HGTV.
Paul Password.
Disney Plus.
Well, there you go. Thanks for stitching. Now I'm not black anymore. Yeah.
Bruh, that show was so good. So I was trying to catch up with the Mandalorian, and I watched the first 2 episodes of that. Then Paul was like, "Here's my password. Go check out Watchmen." I watched the first episode, and I see my baby mama in there. Oh, she just brought me there.
Yep.
The whole series kept me there, bro. That was a very good series. She said,
"This is the way."
She said, "Ooh, granddad."
Yeah. Granddad.
So how are we going to start this? Ryan, you want to start off with a little bit of what you thought of the series?
As a whole, I liked it. I have some issues with it. Some of the portrayals of certain characters I wasn't a big fan of. But as a standalone story that takes place within the universe, it was very good. I wasn't a big fan of... I don't know how deep we want to go on the spoilers on this. If we want to try to take it.
Spoilers, by the way, guys.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, this thing been out for almost a year.
No. So I wasn't.
If I seen it, spoilers over.
I wasn't a big fan of the way that they portrayed Lori Blake because like
the character name.
Yeah, it was well, that was her name. It was Lori Blake, but she was the Silk Spectre. Just because they tried to make her out to be a bit of a badass. There were a couple times in there where she seemed kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Like she's and again spoilers. She's going to the home of the a presumed bad guy. It's all still mystery at this point. His wife. Well, she was part of it. Anyways, she's talking to the girl and she's accusing her basically of all the shit that's going on. And the lady admits to it all, and they're like sitting there, and then the lady hits a button to do a trapdoor chair thing, and it doesn't work. And Lori, who's supposed to be this badass, grizzled former Cape, yeah, well, Cape, they call them Capes a lot in there a lot of time, but she just sits there dumbfounded and is like, what? And it takes like 30 seconds for the thing to work, and she doesn't react at all. And it's like, that is kind of a problem for me. There was a lot of plot contrivances that I didn't care for. I didn't really like what they did with Dr. Manhattan, just because in the original story, he leaves Earth because he becomes so detached from humanity because he's got all this power that he no longer has interest in it. So he comes back for booty, for love, for.
Well, I think what they was trying to say more or less is that he had his people worship him, and he just didn't like it. He created the people and they worship him.
But that's the thing. That wasn't what he was going for. Like, he's leaving because he's gotten to this point where he is so unbelievably powerful, and in this universe there are no other superpowered beings. He's the only one, and he gets so detached that he basically just like, I have no place here. I don't want to be back here. So they bring him back because he's in love with somebody, and that's just, it's weak. It's not in the character.
You see, I found
Yes. Barring all that, you're also not an omnipotent god, an omnipotent blue god.
If she want me to be.
Anyways, that's the two gripes I had with it. Everything else was pretty good. I also didn't like the when the senator bad guy is like, it's very hard to be a white man in America. Because A, that is shitty fucking dialogue, and B, it's just a bad way to do your antagonist, is to have them be so one-dimensional, especially if you're going so multi-dimensional with all your other characters. It just, you want to give a multi-dimensional good guy a good multi-dimensional bad guy to fight, otherwise it just doesn't work. Or a one-dimensional good guy and a one-dimensional bad guy. So that's the only real gripes I had with it. Everything else, liked it. I enjoyed the sequence with Hooded Justice becoming Hooded Justice.
Yeah,
I thought that was awesome. They took that very well. The first episode, probably the best episode.
Yep.
They set up the mystery very well. They set up the suspense very well. And of course, anytime that spoilers, Don Johnson gets hanged, it's just fantastic. Lou Gossett Jr. was very good in this movie. Or film, whatever you want to call it. Special. Paul Wall? I rambled a bit.
Yarp. Solid film. I mean, it's basically, again, I love these Max style series where everything is filmed at, in a very cinematic style, where it is small happenings, small things, but again, they're not skimping on the budget. I like that it was filmed. It was made in a way that it could really only be one season. Doing any more than one season would not make any sense.
Oh, they're not gonna do a season 2?
No.
Nope.
Oh.
No. The director, HBO was like, "Hey, we'll give you all the money to do this." He's like, "No, I'm good."
He told the story he wanted to tell.
Yep, that was it. Because I mean, what else would you do? Either one.
Well, she ate the egg.
Right, but what's the story after that?
And even beyond that, like, the whole point of ending it like that was to leave it mystery. But
Yeah, so now they're in a post-Manhattan world.
yep.
So what goes from here? So now there's no more capes. There's no more God. There's no blue God anymore. There's just
With a lowercase g.
go and do your thing. So now the smartest woman in the world is dead. The God is dead. Capes are dead, except for Vite, but he's in prison.
Yep.
So there's just normal people left. So now they're back to being in a normal world.
Yeah.
And kind of along with the villains, I think what that was kind of a problem was that because the movie the series kept shifting who the villain was, to kind of reveal, and you do another reveal to another reveal to another reveal. So with that, they just kind of phone lines in like that with the senator, which, I mean, and he was set where he should have been a pretty good villain.
Yep.
But kind of, honestly, it's kind of the same problem with even like the World's Smartest Woman, where it was neat, but it was still pretty straightforward with her too.
Yeah.
With the other, the senator, I like the aspect that they kind of hinted at going at, where like he's not a self-pitying white dude, but he's just kind of corralling all the ones that are.
Yeah.
Like, he's not really a bad guy. He's just serving the wrong people.
Yeah.
Like, that's more interesting to me than just him being self-pitying. Poor me, I don't have all the money in the world. I don't have all the stuff in the world. I don't.
But I mean, like I said, the series definitely has its flaws. I mean, I won't go into too much detail, but I mean, there's probably like 4 episodes that stand out the most. I mean, I only watched the episodes once, so I had to rewatch them. But like the first episode definitely knocks it out of the park. The second episode is a solid, where it introduces more of the players and it shows you a little bit more of the mystery and more clues. I think that's where she finds the hood in his closet, so it starts going more into like, hey, what the hell's going on? And then the Hooded Justice episode, which is amazing, very well done. Not being too heavy-handed with, other than Well, no, some not being too heavy.
It was portrayed well.
And then, while it isn't one of the better episodes, obviously everything comes to a head in the last episode. But at least it probably because the whole series, like first half or 2/3 of the series, I'm like, why are we looking at Vite? Like none of this makes sense with what's going on in Tulsa. Like why are we looking at some dude who's in this magical world, and we're dealing with Tulsa, and then it finally brings them together. So like, okay.
I found honestly a lot of the Ozymandias stuff was the most interesting bits to me, just because it was so surreal.
Yeah.
Like you really have no idea what's going on, but it is super interesting, and like they did a great job with that. That's all I got to say about that.
So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna start it out this way. I'm gonna go the great, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
All four of them. All right.
Yeah. First with the great, I'm gonna say that the actors was phenomenal. The acting in this show was amazing. Starting
Absolutely.
with my man Don Johnson. I thought Don Johnson brung it.
TikTok.
I thought he brung it, man. I was happy to see him.
Yep.
I was generally happy to see Don Johnson. I did like how they left his character at the end when right before he showed that he got hanged. He was like, "You don't really know me." If you know, and they never told you the background with what they with the suit and his clothes and everything.
Yep.
I kind of like how they left that open. That was pretty good. And then my baby mama, Regina King, did amazing, bro.
She did.
Bro, it was. Think about this. That was two things that in America, it always been in question: a black lead and a female lead. Think about that, and she killed it, bro. It was phenomenal. I thought that Jeremy Irons was. Whew,
He did a very good job.
dog. Jeremy Irons was amazing, dude. Tim Blake was, dude. The line that he had where she said, "Can you believe what you call it was a white supremacist?" She was like. He was like isn't every white man in Tulsa? that was just amazing.
I like just the whole thing, like when Lori Blake is grilling him, and she's like, "So your racist detector is that it is an oversimplification. It is not a racist detector." He did a great job. He really did. And it's great to see him in a good role like that. So many times he's like cast as just this overly cartoony type dude, and just like he did a fantastic job in that role.
Yeah.
Fantastic. He did amazing. Louis Gossett Jr. It was
Louis Gossett Jr. was great.
Good to see him, bro.
Me, I'm Dr. Manhattan.
Oh man, he did excellent, man.
Yep.
I love the just piggyback also with the actors. I thought the story was good too. Mm-hmm. Especially for me who only seen the movie, don't know nothing about the comics, who's not going to look at the movie as y'all would do it as deep and all that. I thought it was just a good story.
It was great as a standalone story. Even within the Watchmen, like I said, my only real gripe with their handling of the Watchmen aspect is Dr. Manhattan. Yeah. He's supposed to be completely detached by the end of the series because he's too powerful. He's beyond everyone's level of comprehension. Him just coming back because love is kind of a cop-out.
I don't think it was, to be honest.
I kind of don't either.
And that's you. But
Again, I think, honestly, I look at it more as a very matter-of-fact way. I think it was just
that he
looking
just,
at the time that he sees these things happen, so I just have to follow what's supposed to happen.
I guess. I mean, it would make sense from the watchmaker son aspect of it, sure. But
I would say the great, that was great. The good in this is the pace of the show. Like don't get it twisted. I know this is gonna sound small, but like the pace, you went from like the first episode where they killed the dude, they killed the cop and everything, and you like, oh, it's drama. And like it's just the pace is just phenomenal, man. You just have you where you all out, then you just.
Excellent use of suspense, especially in that scene.
Right.
In that
It
scene,
was great,
when he's
bro.
calling in the thing to unlock his gun, and he's like sitting there, and you think he's gonna get it, and you think he's gonna get it, boom, done. It's like, holy shit. They came out the gate swinging. Like,
and then like the scene of Tulsa when that was going down and everything, like it was like crazy. You know what I mean? Like just how like it'd be fast 1 minute and then it slows down. And you know me, I like to read in the list of like love stories. I did enjoy a lot of the love stories in this show. I mean, I know it's kind of corny, but I thought the love story between my baby mama and the Blue Man God.
yeah. The Blue Man God. I love them. I think I'm gonna go see their show in Vegas.
No, but I think between Dr. Manhattan, I thought it was a good for what they was working with. I thought it was a good story. I love the fact that he was like experiencing love in so many different times. That was amazing. You know what I mean? But there was I don't know. I guess I'm going into the bad now, but it was just okay. So. He saved the little girl, the baby. He finds the baby when he was a little boy, and when he was running from Tulsa, something happened, and he saved the baby. Yep. And then he eventually married the baby. You know, when she's get old enough to be a woman, when they were older,
yep.
They become married and they have a little boy. It was the thing that pissed me off, and kind of like threw me off. It was her idea for him.
They didn't actually have kids though.
Yeah, they had a little boy.
Did they have a boy?
They had that's why she's the granddaughter. It was.
You're talking about Dr. Manhattan, or are you talking about?
No.
Oh no, sorry.
I'm in the
yep.
bad now.
Yep.
And I'm talking about when the little boy, which is
yep.
And he eventually married a girl. Then they have a baby, and then she just takes him away because he's a hero, or because he wear a mask or something like that. And I may be wrong, but then like it was her idea, and I'm like, it just didn't show like enough for her to just want to leave like that. I thought that was a little messed up.
They didn't show enough of her aspect to get to that point. I guess the thing ultimately that they tried to convey it as is just showing him kind of becoming a bit more obsessed with it and getting like, and
it
from that aspect, from the aspect of him, they did a good job, but they didn't show her perspective at all.
That's true.
And that's you're absolutely right there.
And then another thing that made me upset. Well, not upset, it threw me off. I'm not gonna say upset, it threw me off. Like now, all of a sudden, like he's having gay sex with the other superhero, and in many ways, the superhero is just messing him over, physically and injustice wise. Cause when he needed their help, they wasn't even there. Like we ain't got nothing. And like it just threw me off that it would go down like that.
Yeah.
And it got nothing to do with, the whole gay thing, whatever, you do what you do. But it was like just the portrayal of that just didn't do it.
It was different. It was a different person though.
No, what I'm saying is like, no, he joined the team.
Yeah.
But he was having sex with the captain, I guess, or the leader and everything. And like, to me, that didn't.
There were two different hooded justices.
What you mean?
After he left, somebody else took the mantle.
Really?
Yes, that's why they. The second one was a different person portrayed in the what's the name of the show?
Oh, so under that mask, it was a different person.
I don't even know about that because I think they were trying to portray more. Say was that the entire time they never wanted to let on that the first hero was black.
Yeah.
That's why he painted his face.
No, I ain't talking about that part. I'm talking about as in like when he joined the super team. Yeah. I forget what that team was called.
The Minutemen.
The Minutemen and everything. And it goes from him asking him, do he want to join, to the next minute they just having sex. You know what I mean? It's just like...
I must have missed that part.
It didn't make any sense to me.
Having sex?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't make it, but did it make sense to you? Like, it didn't make sense to me. It was like, I don't know. It just didn't make sense.
I mean, I think when they were met and talked, there was slight hints towards it. Again, they had to throw in, a whole storyline in half an episode. Yeah. So just limited space again because they could have easily done this over 2 episodes, but it would ruin the whole pacing of the show. So to keep it to just within her fever dream of going through the memories and keeping it within this 1 episode, they had to kind of speed things along.
I did think that was cool. The dreaming part, how she was.
But I think even again, like the whole thing going on, I think it was just more indicative that again, it's just another example of a black man getting fucked over.
Yeah.
Just throughout the
I guess that. Yeah, you're right. But I still count that as my bad the ugly, bruh. Like, 1 minute Dr. Manhattan is this white dude, and it's just breaking him into the other, and like all of a sudden, like he longer than the Nile River. I'm like, that made me feel insecure. Like, I think this man ain't even hard nothing. He just walk around like that.
I mean, I think he's gonna knock stuff off the shelf or something.
I think you literally focused on the wrong part of that.
No, I'm like, oh, he got makeup down there.
I mean, it was hard not to.
I'm like, that's makeup, but that's got to be CGI.
It took up like at least 20% of the screen.
Yeah. I'm like, she's gonna never want me if she got that.
You're gonna have a hard time living up to that. Canonically,
She picked a good body.
Dr. Manhattan can control his own size.
Well, facts, yeah. But to get to the ugly is more or less. I didn't like how they killed him, Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I didn't like how they killed him. That's the ugly, not that. That's the ugly. It's just like, cause I thought Dr. Manhattan even he knew what was gonna happen and he could have stopped it. And it's almost like he was like, I don't want to be here no more.
Well, again, I think it's one of those things that it's a very clear reason why Alan Moore didn't want to continue the series, didn't want to go into it, because you do get to a point where if he could see everything and know everything, then he becomes a prisoner of the future. So he has no free will at that point. So again, it's another layer as to why he's so, as to why he has no attachment to anything, because no matter what he does, these things are going to happen.
Yep.
He's not able to change that.
He's experiencing all of time immediately. Like the future, the present, and the past is all one experience to him.
Oh, so he said,
and they didn't go into that enough.
He couldn't get nothing because he was just finding out about it.
Right, because even when he first gets his powers and he first becomes that, he already knows how he's going to die.
I'm sorry about that, man. He shouldn't get ugly, but I'm gonna stick. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
That's fine.
I would like
the last quarter of the series was definitely handled haphazardly. They built up a lot of great questions, and I think it tried to answer them too quickly.
It was very Game of Thrones season 8.
Yeah. Well, not quite that bad. Not quite that bad.
I would like to tag one on to the ugly.
That's true.
Well, I think we need
octopus squid?
No. I think we need to address the elephant in the room. What was the deal with the elephant in that room? I didn't get that. Like when she wakes up from her nostalgia trip, and she's following the thing, and there's this big fucking elephant in this room, and the whole thing that they're setting up is that in order for her to get the nostalgia out of her system, she had to basically have like a blood dialysis from a donor that matches hers, and the only one that matched her was her grandfather. But when she follows the dialysis tube into the and I may be saying the wrong word there, but into the room where the supposedly is the source, it's this big fucking elephant.
Yeah,
and they never explain it. So I'm like, is her grandpa really an elephant? Is he like a Dr. Manhattan thing? Because they kept teasing that.
I think Dr. Manhattan was the elephant.
They kept teasing that her grandpa was Dr. Manhattan was the elephant. You're right.
I think Lindelof lost a bet, and he had to put in the joke. An
elephant in the room. Because they kept teasing like the idea of Lou Gossett Jr. being the elephant, being Dr. Manhattan. Because like he says it immediately when she meets him, she's like, maybe I'm Dr. Manhattan, and then like you just go and you see this elephant and you're like, what does this mean at all? And you're probably right, Paul. It probably is just like a lost bet, or a joke, or an in joke.
It's just kind of thrown in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know how gangster you gotta be to walk up to a chick and get off that game of I'm experiencing you in 3 different levels. Bro, you gotta have game. I couldn't do that. Hey, listen, baby, chill out.
I mean,
next week we're gonna be having this fight right here, but then 2 weeks later we're gonna be making love here. I can't get that off. I can't pull that off.
You can make a dick any size. You can have all the game.
Yep.
You have literally all the game.
Facts.
When you can damage her, yeah.
Damn it. She be done.
And
you can touch her really short.
She's into multiple dudes at once. You can just split yourself into a couple different consciousnesses and different bodies, and like whoop. They did that in the movie.
just turn his fingers into dicks.
Yeah, dick fingers.
Blue man guy.
Yeah, blue man guy.
Speaking of black coffee, Did I do it right? I did it right. I got it right.
Sure.
The segue works if we do the breakfast first.
So, we're talking about coffee because the other subject of today's podcast, black coffee. The other subject of this podcast is everybody's favorite meal of the day, breakfast. So, we've got a couple of things planned to talk about. First up, we're going to talk about what is the best breakfast drink. Everybody going to pick one. And we might talk about some honorable mentions after it's all through. P. Breezy. What is your best breakfast breast milk?
For me?
Yes.
For me?
What is waifu of breakfast drink?
I gotta keep it classy. I'm just going OJ. Just pulp-free OJ. Don't keep that pulp shit out of my face. All right, if you do that shit, I'm not going there. That's why I'm going to a lot of those mom and pop restaurants.
You and this team are really like family.
Hate that pulp. OJ. My honorable mention: the milk after Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Ooh.
If I could just buy that,
I mean, you can, but it's called horchata.
they don't sell it. You make it yourself, and that's still
true.
work.
They send in a makli.
I ain't going to a mock.
Best part about orange juice, you can add yourself some champagne, have yourself a little mimosa, add yourself some screwdriver. Oh, but that's just me. Sorry, I might be an alcoholic. Speaking of alcoholics, I'm currently drinking a Sierra Nevada Bigfoot barley wine.
What you drinking, Paul?
Big
what
DZ?
you sipping on?
I'm hashtag not sponsored. Some Bon Aviv cranberry seltzer.
Ooh. It's delicious and refreshing. Pinkies out, baby.
The Dunkin's own iced latte. Guess what flavor though?
Vanilla.
You got
Strawberry.
Close. Very close because it was red.
That shit was pink.
Red velvet.
Oh, shit was pink, D.
Red velvet, son. I didn't even know they had it.
Trying to front for the audience. She was pink.
It was red velvet. They had red velvet missing.
So is that your vote?
Oh no.
No.
No. I only had that because I was tired.
Nice.
My drink. Doesn't matter. You can go Minute Maid. What's the other one they have? Minute Maid and Tropicana. That watermelon drink, son. That watermelon juice. Oh, that watermelon juice. I can't even put it in my house. It don't even last. As soon as the twins see it, it's gone.
Yeah.
That water. Oh, you can put a little vodka in it to make the sunset. What it's called?
Yes.
A vodka sunset. That's just a
watermelon wine.
It's just a glass of vodka.
Made from the biggest watermelons on the vine.
Or you can put a little.
If you drink, don't drive. Obey the law. Do the watermelon crawl.
You can put a little champagne in and make it a black mocha.
Yep, there you go.
That watermelon juice is off the chain. I think that Dole has the best version though. Dole version of watermelon. Oh, cost like about $250, $350, but it's worth it, dog. It's worth it.
Nice.
Oh, high end. I like that. High end. That watermelon drink.
Bougie.
Bougie badass. Sounds good. And you don't have any honorable mentions?
No, I don't.
All right.
I just need
That's
that.
it.
So for me, I'm just gonna throw out a couple of honorable mentions right off the gate. I do agree with Paul about orange juice. Orange juice is pretty dank. Grapefruit juice also fantastic.
Yes.
And then black coffee. Like I like my coffee like I like my women.
I love that.
Strong and black. I like my coffee like I like my women. Any coffee. That's more realistic.
Just have a coffee.
Just give me some coffee. I don't care. But be all end all, the ruler of breakfast drinks, I'm going to say hot chocolate. Because, man, it's just nothing quite like a nice cup of hot chocolate with some whipped cream on top, marshmallows if you like them, and there are different levels, mind you, but none of them are bad. Just the Swiss Miss packets, still good. Like proper hot chocolate made with like cocoa and like sugar and like real milk and things like that. That's excellent. That's amazing. That's the best. But just hot chocolate, top of the game for me.
I'll give it to you, although I would argue that hot chocolate is non-meal defined.
I would agree to a certain extent, but then orange juice to me is non-meal defined.
You're not eating orange juice with lunch
What's that?
or dinner.
I drink orange juice a lot.
Here's the thing about hot
C.
chocolate.
You got bread like that.
Whenever I drink hot chocolate, when I used to drink hot chocolate, I used to get a lot of whoopings. So I couldn't have hot chocolate.
For drinking hot chocolate? Or?
I just get hyped. I was ADD.
Was that your own jumbo juice?
We didn't have that either. We didn't have no Kool-Aid or nothing. My mom used to make like tea that wasn't even that sweet, dude. Yeah. And if she was alive today and I was a kid, boy, we would definitely been on that split.
I mean, you would have been like all the stages of diabetes right now if that was the case.
That's true. That's true.
She saved your life.
Yes, she did. All right. Speaking of saving the life, have you ever been out drunk one late night?
Several.
Early in the morning?
Several.
About 6 in the morning. And you looking, what's the best breakfast place to eat at? Well, down here we got 3 that are fundamentally. I don't even know why I use fundamentally, but that was key.
Your brain was bigger than your mouth was at that point.
I actually wanted to use the word, but I didn't want to sound too like proper. Anyways, that was key to your breakfast game. Now me, I can go and get me some Mickey D's, you know, I can do that. But let's talk about Waffle House, IHOPs, or Denny's. What is your favorite breakfast spot? Paul, go.
Well, I like my restaurant and stuff. I like my strip clubs. Dirty.
Waffle House it is.
Waffle House.
So any one of those, really?
Waffle House, hash browns all the way with pecan waffle.
Ooh, the pecan waffle.
That's all you need. That's all you need. Everything else menu is unnecessary.
Rizzle.
Well,
That's what I said.
I just said that was all you needed.
Okay.
so I'm going to go with, and this is honestly probably period specific, I'm going to go with Denny's. And the reason that I'm going to go with Denny's, one single item on the menu, it's no longer on the menu anymore, the breakfast Dagwood. This thing was an artery clogging, heart attack inducing, beautiful masterpiece. It had like 3 different kinds of cheese, like ham, sausage, and I forget what else it had. There was one more meat and just like a massive egg thing.
Bacon?
And it was on a croissant. And it was just the best. It was. I eat much healthier these days, but that, ooh man, that's a cheat day right there. That's worth it.
That's just the whole meal.
All that being said, Moon's Ave or Miami is still pretty dank, and then on top of that, Denny's just has this sort of vibe. And you were talking about when you're going out late at night and you're drinking, too drunk, and you want to get someplace for some early hangover food. That's definitely the place to go.
Denny's.
Yep. So, hey man, you mean? So D.
I'm gonna go with. I gotta go with Waffle House. It's something about, I don't know, man, because IHOP's got that syrup, though, man. They got them flavor syrup. You get strawberry. You can get raspberry. That maple. Ooh, son.
You can have all the syrup. I don't like syrup.
Scissor?
Give me Denny's. I'm sorry, not Denny's. IHOP, and I'm gonna go with that Belgian waffle with that raspberry syrup. Ooh!
A waffle, huh? What's the International House of Pancakes to get a waffle?
Well, that's because I don't really too much care for pancakes, and I like waffles better. I like playing with waffles. I like to play like the little syrup into the little things one by one and fill it up.
Are you going to IHOP just for the syrup?
Yeah.
Man, bring your own syrup, like everybody else does.
That's the thing.
Basically, I'm going there for the syrup. I'm not a big fan of the Waffle House though, man. I'm not. And then Denny's, I really don't recall ever going to Denny's. IHOP is like, first of all, I'm not a breakfast person unless it's like cereal. I legitimately want cereal. Or my mama breakfast. that lady can do so with them grits. I don't know what she did with them, but she picked them up and lay them down. Tip.
Is that another way of saying put a foot in it?
Dude, she put more than her foot in it. But I'm not a bit. But if I'm going to get breakfast, I'm going to get some syrup. Once again, my ADD, I can't really have a lot of that stuff. And then my ADD done turned into sugar diabetes. So
Surprise.
Your ADD.
Surprise. Yeah.
All kinds of acronyms.
That's why on my waffle I keep it simple. A little bit of butter. I prefer apple jelly. There's no apple jelly.
But is that a good way to die though?
I hate syrup, man. Does everything sticky. Syrup is like sand.
Just ask Lil Wayne. It's a great way to die.
Syrup is like sand and glitter, man. It's always it's fucking everywhere. You can't have it without it getting all over you.
It's rough and it's coarse. It's irritating and gets everywhere.
It's in my mouth. All right.
Now wait. We're not done yet. We gotta represent the broke folks in here. The broke fast. You need something fast and you got a little bit of money. What's the best fast food breakfast out there? Is it McDonald's, or is it Burger King, or you want to go to a coffee shop, Starbucks? Which I don't think.
It ain't for broke folks. It ain't for broke folks. Dunkin' Donuts, if we're going for broke folks. More so than Starbucks.
Go. What y'all? I'm going with McDonald's. McDonald's have the best breakfast around. That sausage biscuit with the egg on it, and then you get the little hash brown, whatever the hash brown thing, and you put it on top of that, and you take a bite, and because the biscuit's dry, you drink a little drink behind it. Ooh, and I know McDonald's don't sell that watermelon juice, but if they did, they would be like up top, the best. And the cafe is pretty good. They got a nice little coffee section, by the way.
Hashtag Endgame.
Endgame, for real. Yeah. Pause.
Oh, much right now? Sorry, I think since you were taking all the topics.
We did this in the meeting. It was pre-game.
We did. You took my topic. You're supposed to do fast food, then I was going to do the three verse. That's okay, D. That's okay.
I did take your topic.
Yep.
Lover's quarrel.
And then when I try to take it over, you're like, "No, I got this." All right. I try to make you in charge of it. All right.
But you said you were doing the lightning round.
Yeah. Well, you want me to do the whole thing? I was going to do it. Anyways, doesn't matter. You're jumping my throat. So. Just looking at fast food places, because I never go to Dunkin', I never go to Starbucks, so I don't know their breakfast, I don't care about their breakfast. So we're keeping to the major fast food chains. Right now in this moment, so this is before Wendy's has their breakfast out. Popeyes ain't there yet. Give me time. Growing up as a kid, McDonald's obviously number one. It had the most options. It was the big dog. For a minute, it claimed top spot for me again when they brought in the chorizo sausage.
Yeah.
But then they stopped, so they lost it.
Yeah, dog. What happened with that?
Low key for a long time, it was Burger King. That croissant sandwich. Ooh. Then they brought in the enormous burrito.
Oh.
Real talk.
Let me just say something about the enormous burrito. I had that one time I was dieting real hard, and I went and counted the calories for that. That thing's like 1,200 calories, dude. That's one meal.
Yeah.
Yep.
I can't do that no more. I only had it once and I never do it again.
You can do it, but it's got to be if you're doing your intermittent fasting. You're all mad.
One meal.
But this is no surprise. I've been talking about it for a couple since they brought it out. I'm all in on Taco Bell breakfast.
Ooh.
The Grande Scrambler, the Crunch Wrap.
You was telling me about that.
I'll be honest, even the hash browns are legit.
Hashtag, when is everybody next day off? We're going to go try it.
No, do it by yourself. It's not one of those things. It's not really a group thing there.
I'm not a breakfast person, though.
Then why are we even having this conversation, dude?
Because we wanted to.
Try to put me out like that.
Put me on blast, huh?
Fucking snitch.
All right, so...
The last.
If y'all two are finished squabbling, I would like to weigh in, if I may.
Sir, please.
I have a single answer for a single reason. I'm going to go with Burger King for spoilers from Paul, the croissant witch.
Oh.
Which actually kind of goes with my breakfast egg with a little bit. But it's a damn fine breakfast sandwich right there.
Oh, yeah. In the last couple of years, they fucked around and they kept upping the ante on the fucking croissant witch.
And honorable mention does go to McDonald's for having the steak, egg, and cheese bagel.
Yeah, that's legit.
That is dank.
Last thing you know it.
But everything else I don't like from them. It's no offense to you, man.
I'm probably racist.
I like
That's day one.
It's very hard to be a white man in America.
I like the sausage biscuit. But that's just because I really like biscuits. And their croissant sandwich, it's gotten ridiculous. They have a double croissant sandwich. They have a super croissant sandwich.
They got one with ham, sausage, and bacon on it.
I pulled up the Burger King website just to use it for reference. And she comes up with a message about the site uses cookies. I'm like, ooh, good for breakfast. Fat man.
McDonald's got these little what they call them, donut sticks or whatever. You put the chocolate and put them in chocolate. Me and Zion shared a 12-pack.
Nice.
Let's be fair. Zion got 2.
A 10-pack.
Wait, was it the 10-pack?
No. I'm saying it was for you.
But no, they're pretty good. But you can't do that. Just went up to McDonald's. They got breakfast all day. They got an all-day breakfast menu, which has the sausage McMuffin and egg McMuffin.
Which ruins that joke from, was it Big Daddy?
Big Daddy.
Yeah.
But again, brilliant move because their breakfast food really was their big draw.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I never did it, even though I think all of us thought about it was to get a sausage McMuffin and some fries. That's really all you need.
Yeah.
All right. Any more thoughts about fast food?
Yeah.
Any honorable mentions? Any you white devils go to Chick-fil-A?
No.
There it is.
I want to be. I want to represent.
Fuck Chick-fil-A. Hashtag fuck Chick-fil-A. Okay, so we'll do this quick. We're next we're gonna do a little bit of a lightning round. It's just one thing versus another, real fast. First instinct, word association. Don't even think about it. Just your gut reaction. We're gonna go D, Ryan B, myself in that order, the whole time.
But on you, can I ask you the question? But you can't ask yourself the question. Let me ask you.
Well, no, I'm just gonna say blah blah blah. You're gonna do. We're just gonna say it real fast.
Okay,
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna know.
I thought you were gonna split them up.
No. If I had 20 questions, I would ask you one and change a different question, I would mix it up. But no. So we're gonna start off with I'll do 4 and then I'll flip the rotation.
Let's do it at the same time. Everybody go at the same time.
That'll turn out real good. All right, so
start it off.
This is about the time everybody's going to turn off our
one at a time.
show.
One at a time to keep it just audible. Waffles or pancakes?
Waffles.
Waffles.
Biscuits or bagels?
Bagels.
Bagels. It depends on the type of biscuit. But
biscuit? Oh man, I was bagel all the way. I see my own my damn mind.
Yeah.
Oh, I said it wrong. That's why. Oh, I put the wrong one there. My bad. All right, donuts or bagels?
Bagels.
Bagels. I'm not a big fan of donuts anyways. Home fries or hash browns?
Hash browns.
Home fries. Thanks. Toast. White or rye?
White.
I'm going to rye.
Rye, man. Some good shit. That smell of the toasted rye. I ain't Jewish, but
I would like to flip script and say wheat, but
ain't no rye toast in Mockery. I don't know nothing about no rye.
You've been to real restaurants. All right. We'll save this next one for last. Canadian bacon or ham?
Ham.
I'm going to go ham too.
Ham. Canadian bacon is the devil's food.
I like Canadian bacon. I just rather have ham.
All right. Here's the wild card. Country fried steak or corned beef hash?
Country fried steak.
Corned beef hash.
Corned beef hash too. I hate to keep riding that one, but I haven't. I'll be honest. I haven't had country fried steak that often.
I love it.
It wasn't a thing. I'm not from the South, so I just haven't.
Once I come to Mockery, I'll show you some joints.
All right. This one's a little bit more wild. This is the king versus the field. The number 1 seed versus the field. Eggs, scrambled or other.
Scrambled.
Sunny side up.
Scrambled. I'm simple. All right.
Turn your egg with some.
Now here's Here's the big one, which is probably going to be one-sided.
Something about a yolky ass egg, especially when I'm hungover, is just the best.
Slide right
Maybe
on
that's the
that.
problem.
Okay.
Maybe that's the problem. I don't get hangovers.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
It depends on what you mean by hangover. Like I get groggy and shitty feeling. I don't get headaches and things like that. But
Because you hydrate properly.
All right. Here's the big one, which is probably going to be one-sided anyways, because it's the king. Bacon or sausage?
Sausage.
bacon.
Sausage. I didn't want sausage.
Tiebreaker.
I didn't want sausage only because there's just more to it.
Yeah.
More substantial.
I grew up poor and I'm cheap, so I need more substance out of it because you can get more out of the sausage than the bacon. Bacon's delicious, flavor wise. The sausage can't fuck with it.
I mean, but if you're eating the same amount,
It's like twice the price.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can afford it now. Y'all can afford
I
it now.
said I'm cheap. It's the reason I don't order a side of bacon or a side of sausage. I'm too fucking cheap.
yeah.
How much the bacon? God, that much for bacon?
All right, so some good little mix-ups, some good mix-ups there. All right. So I'm glad to see we're all together on waffles. Yet. So what do you pick waffles?
So the best the biscuits and bagel argument. You didn't answer that.
I didn't actually mean to. Well, I think that actually is that's a fucking barn burner for me.
I got one for you. Y'all ready? Biscuit or grilled cheese? Go.
What?
Biscuit or grilled cheese? Go.
Ooh.
Ooh.
For breakfast or?
Yeah.
Never had grilled cheese for breakfast.
Grilled cheese was always a breakfast for my house.
It's legit. It was usually like an early lunch for me, but yeah, same thing. Like a white trash brunch.
Brunch?
Natty Ices and Minute Maid.
Now they make strawberry lemonade and Natty Ice.
Yeah,
So,
so they cut out the middleman. The Minuteman. They don't want no Minutemen.
I'll be honest, man. Like bagels and biscuits are like pretty high up for me, and they don't require as much work as waffles do.
But it was bagels and donuts, so
Yeah. I made that one so easier for myself.
so now we're doing.
I can go years without donuts.
I want to clarify something though. My vote on that, bagels versus donuts, is for breakfast. Now, if you're getting like one of those crazy ass donuts from like one of those boutique donut shops and shit like that, and you're having it whenever you want, just as a treat, donut all the way. But like I
don't know.
For a quick thing to just like get some energy going, donuts are fine. But bagels are definitely more substantial, and they're better for you anyways. But
That bagel with that little Simon cream cheese.
yep, a plain bagel with some cream cheese is actually
Ooh, that strawberry
very
cream
good.
cheese. Oh.
I've actually fallen off cream cheese. Well, I like the different flavors. Strawberry's too sweet for me. If I'm doing a cream cheese, the garlic and herb one, garlic and herb cream cheese.
I ain't mad at that.
Because really, I mean, that's just more of a cheese spread anyways at that point.
Yep. Just in the refrigerator.
Very particular. There are a couple of brands that do a really good salmon cream cheese. I don't see it too often. I think Einstein's is pretty good. And I think one more brand I've had before, but it's not very often.
Smoked salmon is
But,
awesome for.
Yeah, but if I'm just buying like Philadelphia stuff, I usually get the garden vegetable.
Yeah, the Philadelphia salmon is pretty good. But I think the one that I like was the Walmart version. It's amazing.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Don't want to be sponsored by Walmart.
They
All right,
need
so-
no help.
but,
So
but money's money.
So that brings us down to our last topic. One final cage match to decide it all. You know, there's one thing we're missing from our conversation about breakfast so far. Thing that we talked about before.
Yep.
One of the most important parts of breakfast. Outside of eggs, because that's just kind of the glue that holds everything together.
Oh yeah,
Cereal.
best breakfast protein.
Cereal, baby!
Doesn't matter how old you are, if you got teeth, you're eating cereal. So, to mix it up, because we've already done our top 5 cereals. So let's Ryan will start his top 5 since he wasn't here for that episode. We're going to do something a little different here.
I got a question too after that for cereal. But go ahead.
After this
I
conversation.
did want to go first.
You can do it right now, dude.
Okay.
As long as there's room in the conversation.
Best cereal box.
The cereal box.
Cardboard.
Talking about with all the games and stuff on them and stuff to read.
I mean, it's different for everything for everyone.
That's what I'm asking.
Free Pebbles.
Fruit Loops.
Honey Nut Cereal gave you so many.
Really?
facts, bro.
It's pretty good. It's pretty solid.
Nut Cheerios gave you some facts. That's all I want to know.
Alright.
I just want to know that.
Other than that, yeah, it'd be like whatever like character cereal they made for that time. You just cut the back and make a mask.
So,
Yeah.
since we're going to be talking about a little bit of cereal, D, you happen to have a YouTube channel.
Yes, sir. Snacking and gaming, baby. We give you gas.
Hashtag sponsor.
Gaming and snacks.
Huh?
Gaming and snacks.
Gaming and snacking.
Gaming and snacks. That's otherwise it'd be SAG.
Gaming and snacking.
Yes, gaming and snacking.
What I said, snacking and gaming?
Yeah.
I apologize.
dyslexia.
I apologize. My ADD kicked in.
So check it out on YouTube. Gaming and snacking, all one word.
Yes, sir. And I review. Well, I play a lot of video games, and I review video games. I also review different snacks to go along with the video game. And in my house, cereal are snacks. So we try the most craziest cereals out there. The newest one that I'm gonna put up next is gonna be the Twinkie cereal.
Which one of your most recent ones?
The Jolly Rancher cereal.
Jolly Rancher cereal. So if you wanted to know how those taste, you wanted to hear a hot take on Jolly Rancher cereal from D and Lil Zion, who has been on this podcast.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and look them up, Gaming and Snacking on YouTube. All one word.
Yep. And we got the Twinkie cereal coming, trying. We also got the
Link in the description.
Hershey's cereal. That looks like a bunch of fun.
Nice. There are actually a lot of those type of cereals come out
Oh
recently.
yeah, I'm on it. I'm on to them. I'm on to them. I just can't eat them cause I got diabetes. I can't eat them all at once. I got over time.
Diabetes.
My sugar get right, keep my sugar line, and it get low enough. I can go try that.
Just get a whole what do they call it when the insulin comes into the whole thing's a box or whatever.
Just to me.
like a damn survival horror game character, like BioShock. Just keep injecting yourself. Gaming and snacking.
If y'all ever see me on the ground crawling, y'all know what to do. Mm-hmm. Give me that health.
Give him a health pack. Feed him some. Don't feed him more cereal. Listen, we got some chicken in the wall over there. All right, so back on the topic. So what is it? What is it we're doing now, Paul? You do that?
We're gonna, after lightning round, we're gonna have a little cage match.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
All the breakfast mascots thrown in there.
Hell in a Cell.
Hell in a Cell, Thunderdome, whatever generation you are. Pick
Boy,
yours.
George, this is pandemonium.
My God!
All the humanity.
Somebody get the ambulance here now.
I heard a snap, crackle, and a pop. My God, that man has kids who eat his cereal.
So
He's got the chair.
well, he's already starting it off. So everybody's thrown in. I mean, we're not gonna name all of them right now, but yeah, you're Tony the Tiger, your Snap Crackle and Pop, Captain Crunch.
Got one question. Is Snap, Crackle, and Pop on the same team?
They're all one person.
On one team?
The family.
The family.
And is this match going down to Tulsa?
Their family, like The Rock or like Vin Diesel and John Cena. Okay.
So how do you see going down? Who do you think is going to get knocked out early?
The first one going to get knocked out is going to probably be Tony the Tiger.
Really?
Yeah.
He was the odds-on favorite.
They're going to jump him.
All right, I can see that actually.
They get him out of there.
So he's not going to have a great showing.
Nah, then it ain't going to be great. It's going to be a greatly out.
You know what? Ryan, I was on your side. I thought Tony had a solid chance of taking first place in, but I forgot about mom mentality.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's been riding pretty high and pretty cocky the last couple of years.
Everybody's going to target him.
They all want.
They all want.
The eye of the tiger.
But think about it. Like, you going to always go at the one
It's my thing. Stop it.
Like, Tony the Tiger is the only one that all of them hates. Like, they don't really like Tony.
I mean, I think, a lot of this depends on the grounds that you fight on. Like, I mean, if it was a battle in the jungle, I think Tony would definitely have the advantage.
No, this is going down to Tulsa, baby.
But if it was in the sea, you got to take into the people like Captain Crunch, naval experience right there, man. He's the guy who's going to go ahead and just, bring it. And, it's going to be all, oops, all blood.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. That's a thing. wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't.
Then if it's like an aerial battle, Toucan Sam may take out.
Yeah.
But you never underestimate the possibility of luck playing a factor. So, there's Lucky the Leprechaun, Lucky Charms. I mean, everybody's going to be after him. They're always after him.
Yeah.
So you never know how this is going to go.
Charms.
Might even be some surprise contenders.
Listen, don't forget about speed, all right? Mm-hmm. You need that quickness, the evasiveness, and somebody who comes in with a whole bag full of tricks.
Absolutely.
All right, Tricks the Rabbit. Watch out, son. He's not Bugs Bunny, but he'll punch a motherfucker in the mouth.
He couldn't even beat the kids, so get that out of here. He couldn't even beat the kids.
Tricks may be for kids.
Let them win.
Tricks may be for kids, but these hands are for you.
Hashtag Funcer. I'm first out.
First out, I'm going to have to say my boy Count Chocula. Just because I see this taking place during the daytime. So as a vampire, he's just going to be immediately eliminated.
True that. True that.
Got him. Out.
He's going to go down for the count. Paul, who's your first out?
Oh, well, I can't remember what the brand of the cereal, but that one bear.
That was the knockoff, wasn't it?
No. There's a bear. It's like not honey something. What the hell was it? Not honeycombs. I know that's the fucking. I think it's honeycombs. I think honeycombs because because obviously the B is for Cheerios.
Yeah.
Honeycombs I think is the bear. That bear looks soft.
I don't know what he is. Is he a bear? He's this big fluffy thing.
I think he was a bird.
He's like a monster. Or
Well,
I think he was a bird.
oh, you know what? I'm sorry. Actually, you know what? My age just showed.
it was
That fluffy thing is newer. It used to be a bear.
Okay.
Back in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
They changed it. Either way, that thing's soft too.
Yeah.
Bitch is going down.
With a capital T.
All right. I think I watch out for you. Yeah. Watch out for the sneaky motherfuckers.
Yeah, the new one is called Crazy Craving, apparently.
Yeah. Watch out for the crazy dudes. Like the bee from Cheerios. He's gonna be just buzzing around up high, just watching out, just avoiding everybody. As long as he can avoid Toucan, he's solid.
Yep.
Ain't nobody fucking with him. Look low. Who's gonna be hiding out? That sneaky motherfucker Ribbit. That fucking frog's gonna be hiding hard.
Dig him.
How about the WB?
The WB. Dig him the
That was
frog.
the same frog. Don't get it twisted. That was the same frog. He had 2 jobs. You tell that frog was black.
And I'm sorry, dude, but that Captain Crunch getting knocked out early.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to catch.
He's the only human.
I wasn't
They
going
won't trust him. I wouldn't trust a human.
Plus, he's got no reach. He's super short, man.
I think there'd be a little bit of a rampage after Chocolate goes down. I think you see Frankenberry and his ghost buddy
Blueberry.
going hard.
Yeah, I can see that.
I can definitely see them. It's these undead folks. They're hard to fight against.
So I'm going to go with my winner right now. And it makes sense. So, did y'all know Wile E. Coyote had a brother?
Did not know.
Dude.
He's the brother he's on the Coyote and the Cookie Crisp. And he got all the smarts. So he's going to outsmart all of them and win it all. That's just how it will go down. He's that smart. That's why people y'all were laughing at Wile E. Coyote. Oh, you got him here. Why'd you do it? He was special needs. Y'all shouldn't have been laughing at Wile E. Coyote. I jokes on y'all. Y'all are bad people. And his brother got all the smarts. So while he getting stuff dropped on his head, his brother was counting money. Money.
Money Mayweather. I think Money Mayweather may have been dropping his head too.
I really love Cookie Crisp.
So we're going with who's my pick?
You got it.
Okay.
Or yeah, Ryan.
My pick, it's going to surprise a lot of people. My pick is going to be the Cornflakes Rooster because sometimes you just got to stick with the basics. You got to keep your fundamentals good, and in a fight like that, you got to be ready for anything. And you can definitely take on the day when you get a bowl of cornflakes in you. Again, fundamentals are what matter. Paul?
What a surprise. Ryan's going with the cock. I'll be honest, my answer surprised me, but whenever I crunch the numbers, whenever everybody's stats, their history,
Yep.
their records the last couple of years, but an underdog is going to come out on top, and not for good reasons. These sneaky little motherfuckers.
Snap,
They're
snap,
devious. No. Those are obvious. See, they work. See, because again, working trios. Once Tony's down, they're going for those three because they're small, they're sneaky, they're crafty. They probably have magic somewhere. But you know who's gonna take it all? Those little monsters from Crave cereal. They're like a bunch of land. They're like a bunch of land piranhas that can that bring costumes.
Land piranhas that live in the sea.
They're fucked, man. They're fucked. Those little Crave monsters. Nobody stands a chance because everybody got a little chocolate in them. Ain't nobody got a chance, man.
But right when y'all think the fight is over, the NBA song play dun 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 dun, and everybody from the Wheatie box just come out on them. They're in.
Led
by Caitlyn Jenner.
I'm not gonna say nothing else. The numbers.
She really changed the game, amongst other things.
The alphabet people ain't gonna say nothing about me. I'm gonna shut up.
See, I thought you had a surprise contender that was going to come and take it.
I did
Kind of an overall breakfast.
I thought he was gonna pull something out.
Well, again, those are just my guesses. So let's go ahead and let's run the scenario. We'll have we have our $multi-million simulation algorithm running.
Go ahead, Mr. Gamma Man.
All right. So, Gamma Man.
Whoa!
Turns out that the winner is going to be.
I didn't see this coming.
Well, this can't be right. This is amazing. Ron Swanson from Parks and Recreation from Pawnee, Indiana. Apparently, just this absolute titan of the breakfast industry. He came in with everything.
It's a small town boy living in the world.
He's taking a midnight train to anywhere. But he came in, he took all the bacon and eggs, baby. Now, you thought that he had a lot of bacon and eggs, took a lot of the bacon and eggs. But no, he took all the bacon and eggs. Quite a shocker. Well, anyways, thank you for joining us on This Won't Last podcast. Today we had our nice little breakfast episode, along with some other things we talked about. Thank you for joining us. P. Breeze. E. All right. Thank you for joining us. D. Easy.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you, all y'all you want with me, don't got the best breakfast in the world. It's counting.
And I am Ryan Beyond Online. See you next time for our next year Serial Mascot Death Battle. Bye.
Bye.